Today is Labor Day here in the States. Happy Labor Day to you. A celebration of sorts that no one understands. No one. True story. A friend of mine happened to be working, doing some contract work with a foreign country, foreign people, non-American. And the issue came up whether Labor Day would be taken off or given as a holiday. So my friend had to explain what Labor Day is and was. And he said, well, Labor Day it's a holiday. It's like, oh yeah, okay. What is it? Well, it celebrates labor by not working. Yes. Wait a minute. Well, how long has it been around? I don't know. Well, what is it really? Why is it here? I don't know. Something about unions, Grover Cleveland. I don't. Who? No, nobody knows. Nobody knows. Nobody cares. It's the last day of summer, and theoretically, it's when you can't wear. Oh, what am I saying? A seersucker, and of course, nobody cares about that anymore. If you ask most men, they have no clue as to what you're talking about. Seersucker. Do I have to? Madras? Khakis? Tans? What are you talking about? You have no idea. Most people, let's face it, and this is okay, have like a suit. Well, let me see if my suit fits. We got to go to that wedding. Let me see if my suit fits. I got one suit. I got a suit. I'm her suit. I got a suit. All right. Okay. I got a suit. Well, good. There you go. I got a suit. Now, interestingly enough, which is critical, I think, it's something that we have to consider, is that while we are taking this day off, recognize the fact that as I speak and as I discuss this and as I talk to you about this, no one, oh, I got a pollen alert. Hang on. Pollen alert, right? A medium high pollen alert has been issued. Predominant pollen, ragweed, chenopod's, and grass. There you go. Now, nobody is going to look up and see what that is. Nobody is going to investigate, to research. Say, that's a good idea. No, what I just told you, hey, I didn't know that. No. Nobody's going to say, wait a minute. That I am so unbelievably curious. I must get. No, but you understand, he brought up, and I don't know. And it's going to drive me crazy. Then drive me crazy. I don't care. But don't you want to know? Do you have any intellectual curiosity? No. Doesn't it? But no. That's the thing that will kill us. That lack of I got to know this. I've got to know this. This is driving me crazy. So here we are today. It's Monday. It's very, very odd. To me, the Labor Day was Jerry Lewis growing up. Still one of the greatest things. I had a buddy of mine named Tim, and every year we would try to camp out. I mean, do as much of this as possible. I mean, not 24 hours, but pretty close to it, because it was the greatest camp. It was something that I couldn't explain today to young'uns, and I don't get the last day of the entertainment show when you had stars and people that you like. Have you noticed how bad today's comics are? They're so monumentally unfunny. They're just mean. They're nasty and they're crude. I don't mind crude as long as there's a purpose for it. You see what I'm saying? I don't mind that at all, unless there's a purpose, unless there's a reason, for why we do that. But we'll talk about that. We'll talk about some other things. And let me thank you very, very much for your being here. Let me please remind you to like this video. Please like this video. Subscribe to the channel. Hit that little bell so you're notified of live streams and new videos. And yesterday, I got to tell you the story. I react so violently. I just not violent, intellectually violently to people wearing masks. I just. And what really gets me is the mask under the nose or the mask under the chin. What is the point of that? You ever hear? Remember how people used to wear in westerns? They wear the hat behind them on that string behind them. Say, what's the point of that? Or people who wrap the sweater around their neck. I hate that. You're why are you that? What do you put the sweater? I'm just put a no. I have to do this. No, why? Wear the sweater. Don't wear the sweater. But you're deliberately buying the sweater to wrap around your neck. What are you doing this? Why do you have that mask underneath your nose? It doesn't. So yesterday, Mrs. Ellen and I stopped by. A couple of things we went to our favorite little. It's weird. If you go to a CVS in the city, everything's locked up. We have to go to places like. It was so sad. She says, "Look, they've got." I forget what it was. Look, it's not locked up. Wow, freedom. Anyway, some things are locked up. Some things are. So anyway, so then we said, I got to go buy Whole Foods to get some stuff because they only have certain things that I like. And Whole Foods is kind of an experience because it's like hippies and weirdos. And it's so interesting to see all these fat people walking around worried about, and masks. You got a few of those worrying about organics, which is fine, I guess. But I'm thinking you should, the number one thing that is so critical to longevity is diet. Number one over physical fitness, over activity. Absolutely. So anyway, so we're there. Make a long story short, and I turn. I'm like, and there's this woman. She helps you out at the checkout. She has these dark. She has the mask on, and dark black, and she has a hood and gloves. And she comes behind me. I'm like, yeah. I said, you look like a robot. I'm sorry. Can I help you? No. They're kind of making sure. You ever go to the checkout and you always say, okay, now which one? One of these things weighs the amount of the stuff. You know, when you put the foot, please put it on the checkout. Please put it on the checkout. That's not the checkout. What is that? That's for the bag. Which one is it? Probably the big one. Okay, fine. So she shows up. Now, as I'm looking, I'm seeing all this stuff. I thought to myself, look at what people are buying. And I always look at, you do that? I look at everybody's basket. Well, we have basket. We don't have that anymore. We have other things. But I always look to see what they do. Oh, it's just interesting, especially at regular stores. Look at this, suppositories, aluminum foil. It's not tin foil. Aluminum foil, Peeps, and athletic hose or diabetic socks or something weird, like these weird combinations. Nobody ever buys in bulk. I mean, you do that at Costco, maybe sort of, but not like this. And I thought to myself, what happens if all of this is closed for a week? What happens if remember during COVID, some of the stores remember at first people thought, well, we don't know if they're going to be. What would you do if everything was closed for a week? Because nobody's buying to stock up. You're buying just for a day, a couple of days, because nobody thinks like that. Okay, a day goes by, 2. You got a family. 1 day goes by, 2 days go by, 3. What are we eating? We're running. We didn't stock. I thought we had stuff. No, you had a bunch of little things. 4 days. Well, we can go out and grab some chips if something's open. 5 days. Now you're thinking, wait a minute. And then you see people driving around looking for stuff. And people are going to get that crazy panicky look. 6 days. Forget it. Stay inside, bolt the door, get out the 30-06, and hope to God nobody comes looking for a Pringles or whatever you got. Because you will have been through this. And you thought to yourself, I had food. We had all this stuff. No, you had little bits of, you had croutons and you had stuffing and you had some peas, but you didn't have anything. Nobody does. Preparewithlionel.com. This is a no-brainer. Just forget the black helicopters. Forget UFOs. Forget EMP, but forget all that. Just bad weather. Stores closed, whatever. Preparewithlionel.com. Preparewithlionel.com. I can't say this enough. I'm always trying to tell people they fight me on this. No, I've got stuff. No, you don't. You've got stuff, but you can't. This is a 3-month emergency food kit for $200 off. Okay. Preparewithlionel.com. Preparewithlionel.com. Paul Rodriguez says the holiday is rooted in the late 19th century when labor activities pushed for a federal holiday to recognize the many contributions workers had or made rather to America's strength, property, and well-being. And let's hear it for copy and paste. Thank you, Paul. Thank you for that. Let me also say, origins, see what we're doing? Of Labor Day. Where is this from? The origins of Labor Day date back to the late 19th century when activists first sought to establish a day that would pay tribute to workers. Sounds like what you wrote. This is from VOA News. The first U.S. Labor Day celebration took place in New York on September the 5th, 1882. Where did Labor Day begin and why? Well, the first Labor Day began in the first Monday of September in New York City, an era when labor activism was often illegal and always dangerous. How did it originate? Well, the idea emerged in 1882 when the unions of New York City debated and decided about to have a parade to celebrate their members. The New York parade inspired other unions to have their own celebrations. By 1887, Oregon, Massachusetts, New York, New Jersey, and Colorado made Labor Day a state holiday. Who created it? Well, according to legend, Peter McGuire stood before the New York City or New York Central Labor Union on May 12th to suggest the idea of setting aside one day to honor labor. And what's the true meaning of Labor Day? Well, Labor Day is a federal holiday celebrated to honor and recognize the American labor movement and also the works and contributions of laborers in the development. Who actually founded it? We did that. I thought President Grover Cleveland. By the way, President Grover Cleveland, you can see his birthplace in Caldwell, New Jersey on Bloomfield Avenue. There it is. You can drive right by. That's Tony Soprano's north. Isn't Tony like North Caldwell kind of? North Caldwell. Anyway, that's that. So you see how that is, Raul, and I thank you for that. But better for you to even care. At least you cared. Now, remember, one thing about is true about labor. Labor was often associated with communism, leftists, some bad folks. Ask yourself this question: Do you think the school unions are good? Do you think all unions are good? Do you think this benefits? I don't know. Most people still today, and do yourself a favor today when you see friends, ask them. And I can't believe it. And Raul, thank you for at least caring. We have a birthday. Who is it? Angela. Who is it? Angela P. Where's Angela P? Today's my birthday. There's Angela P. Yay! Today's her birthday. Everybody give Angela a shout out. Birthdays are so great, aren't they? Aren't they great? How about, hand treatment? That sounds weird. You get that at one of those weird massage places, like a happy ending? No, a hand treatment. This is for Angela P. Everybody give. Here we go. Lionel, you block younger voices. If this was the 1800s, I would probably put a hot one in your belly. Okay. I don't know what that means, but thank you very much. Let's just say hi to Angela. Isn't that terrific? Angela, bless her heart. Isn't that something? Everybody send your love. She's part of the conspiratorium, part of the family, part of what's going on here. Good for you. Oh, another thing happened. There's so much stuff, so much great stuff. Are you following? And this is important. I don't know how to tell you this. Are you following my Twitter? I've got a great great Twitter thing because it pisses people off to the point where they don't know what to do anymore. This is it right here. This is mine right there. That's it right there. Can you do it? Can you do it? Can you follow it right there? This is it. Twitter.com/Lionel Media. Very important that you do it because everybody's going crazy. Give me an example. Give me an example. First, Marjorie Taylor Greene. Do you want to be a serious contender or not? Don't go on the Alex Jones show. Did you say that? I thought you liked you. I think Alex Jones is great. I think it's terrific. I'm not running for office. Not good. Not good. You don't want to be a serious contender. You just want your own. Okay, that's fine. If you want to be a serious contender, you don't do this. You don't do like Bobby Kennedy does. Let me keep that up there. You don't do like, oops, where did my thing go? You don't do these things like Bobby Kennedy does. Bobby Kennedy, who has been such a profound disappointment in me. He's on every show. It doesn't really do much of anything. He doesn't do much of anything. He doesn't do anything. He's doing nothing for me. He's not saying a damn thing. Nothing. I don't know what you're talking about. And people like Tucker Carlson, he's all over the place. What are you doing? What are you doing? I've got friends of mine. I don't know about you. I'm very judicious. Very judicious. With shows I'm on or people that I have on, and I've been burned. See, I learned so many things. I learned the rules. They showed me the rules. If you align yourself with a person, like for example, if MAGA goes bad tomorrow, let's say tomorrow that the shadow government types decide, okay, we're going to claim that MAGA is somehow white supremacist. You got it? You got it? You got it? Tomorrow. And they will get on the phone and they'll tell all of their media people that MAGA is some kind of a white separatist, whatever it is. And you're going to say, oh, that's the most ridiculous. Who cares what you're saying? This is what you always do. Who cares what you say? Who cares? No, but I think it doesn't matter what you think. Who cares? So tomorrow, all of a sudden, everybody who put hashtag MAGA this, it's over. And then you're banned, or then you're shadow banned. And you say, wait a minute. I don't know. Excuse me. These people attacked the school. These people attacked January 6th. These people did something. This latest shooter had a MAGA hat. Whatever it is, they'll make some tenuous connection. And then they're going to say, and we went through, and you said MAGA, so you're going to be a part of this too. And you go, wait a minute. And that's it. And then they tell everybody, Wikipedia, Schmikipedia, Badapedia, everybody, you are connected to this lunatic. That's what they're going to do with Marjorie Taylor Greene. She was on the Alex Jones show. Oh, so you must obviously agree that Sandy Hook never took place, that these kids weren't killed. Why? Well, you're on the Alex Jones show. What? What? What are you talking about? Oh, you were you're on the Tucker Carlson show. Oh, so you agree? So you like to laud rapists? Who? Andrew Tate. Well, that's an accusation. Well, BBC said this. Well, who the hell is BBC? Doesn't matter. By the way, that was so stupid. Why Tucker's doing that? I could have told you that one. That's just stupid. It doesn't really matter because he doesn't care. He doesn't know where he's going. He has no idea. He wants to be with the cool kids. He wants to. Can I hang with you, Al? Andrew? I want to be like you. You got chicks and you're strong. And you too. Isn't Dave Portnoy so cool? I want to be like him. I don't know what this is about, but you're a lunatic, but you'll see. You'll see before it's too late. So this is one of those things where you got to ask yourself, why do you want to do this? Why do you want to do this? Now, I'm telling you. Now, let me explain this to you. People get upset when I say this because they disagree with it. I don't care whether you disagree. It's true. I don't think it should be like that. I think you should be on any show in the world you want. I think you should be on any show you want. And the moment, let me tell you, the next one in the crosshairs, the next one they want to do, and you know this is going to happen. You know the guy they're going to. Let me ask you. Imagine we're the deep state, the police state, the intel state, the shadow government, the ruling class. Okay, and I say, listen, we have to do something here. We have to do something which is very, very important. What is that? We have to make sure that we. I got another one. Oh, lightning strikes are close. Ooh, boy, lightning strike. It says rain's coming. Ooh, yes, what it says. Ooh, it's supposed to be sunny. Anyway, so here's the story. Let's assume, listen to me carefully. Who is the next person the shadow government has to say, listen, we have a meeting. All right, listen up. Members of the shadow government, you've been lax lately. We haven't been banning people. You've been letting too many people talking shite about COVID, about masks, about this and that. You've been doing this for too long. Too long. Okay? And we got to show people that we're back. Got that? Because we're going to be doing mask mandates again. We're going to be doing the whole thing. Because the natives have lost, they're showing disrespect. They're talking a lot of stuff, and we got to make sure they know who's boss. Okay. In my mind, who's the next person they shut down? Remember, I'm the shadow government. We shut down Anheuser-Busch. We got rid of all these people. We took care of this. Anheuser-Busch. You got that? You got that? Anheuser-Busch. You got that? We shut them down. You got that one? Of course you did. Yeah, you did. Uh-huh. So here's my story. What do we do? How do we do this? How do we fix this? We gotta shut somebody down. Okay. Which one do we shut down? Which one? Which one? Tell me. Which one did we shut down? Who's the one? Trump, RFK, okay. Tucker's next. Now we're going to see you're smart. Here we go. By the way, Jen Madison says, "Do we know what Tate did for real? Was he sentenced? Also, in my opinion, Alex Jones had an opinion about an event. Did he threaten the family in some way?" Jen, great questions. Great questions. Did you see Jen's questions right now? This is Jen's question. Here she is right there. Good question. Number one, Jen, remember this. Lionel's rule. Doesn't matter what you say. What do they say? Do we know what Tate did? Read the BBC. What they're using right now is a BBC. If you think that there's nothing to this, you're crazy. I mean, not you, theoretically. I don't really believe anything anybody says, but Andrew Tate is a creep. Andrew Tate is a creep. Matt Gaetz is a creep. Stay away from these people politically. That's all I'm going to say. You're not going to win unless you say, but he's got a lot of followers. Ask yourself this question. Would you still talk to this person if they had no followers? Hell no. Would you talk to a man who had 4 internet followers who was accused of rape and grooming and terrible, horrible? Would you? No. That's the answer. And also, by the way, Jen Madison, I agree with you. I also got an opinion. Did he threaten the family in some way? What they're claiming, and by the way, these are very, very good questions. I'm going to just say thank you for that. What they were claiming, Jen, was that Alex, it's not that he said these shootings didn't occur. What he basically was saying was that these people are lying. This guy's lying. The parent is lying. He's lying. And that there was retribution and death threats and whatever. So it transcends libel. Here's my question. With the exception of that, if indeed that occurred, I think you should be able to say anything. I don't care if you say, I don't think there was any shooting. I think Elvis is alive. I think Prigozhin's alive. I think Putin killed him, didn't kill him. You can say whatever you want. It's your opinion. I think. If you start with I think, you can say anything you want. I think. I think. That's an opinion. Clearly not libel. Clearly not libel. So let's go back. Who is a person? And the answer is, ready for this? Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan's next. Absolutely. Joe Rogan is just skirting. Joe Rogan didn't learn his lesson. Not only that, they want to show people who's in charge. You see, the thing, the bottom line, and I say this repeatedly, the bottom line, which was so critical, is that they want you to know that they can find you and stop you anywhere you want. Do you see what I'm saying? They want you to know that anywhere they go, anywhere you go, they'll stop you. Speaking of which, look at Mike Lindell. Look, don't forget our friend Mike Lindell. You saw this, right? MyPillow.com. Promo code Lionel, get a free gift. No purchase necessary. Remember what they told Mike Lindell? You can't say that. Poor Mike Lindell. What did he do? He expressed an opinion. I don't like that. You're pro-Trump. You're a denier. Well, the hell with you. And they just went Bed Bath and Beyond. Whenever we drive by this Bed Bath and Beyond, I say, you know what? And I drive like this too. I go back and forth, and the car goes like that. I always think to myself, there were other reasons other than Mike Lindell, obviously, but they stood behind censoring this man. I'll never forget that. I'll never, ever forget that. Ever. So here's the thing. Support him, but also get some great products. Mike Lindell, look at this. MyPillow.com, promo code Lionel, promo code Lionel, promo code Lionel, promo code Lionel. You got it? You got it? Capiche? Capiche? Good. Now, what they're going to do with Joe Rogan is they're going to shut him down. The same way they did Anheuser-Busch, Target. They don't care. They want to make it. They've been say, this guy, he's not doing anything for us. He's not doing anything for us. He's just not. He's talking a lot of stuff. He's like, you know what? And even if you're not saying anything wrong, they want to just show you. They want to just show you because what they want is self-censorship. They want self-censorship. They want you to understand. You don't understand how this thing works. And they also want to do something called learn helplessness, which is the most important. Look, one of the things I want to do when I imprison you, I want you to understand that everything you thought was up is now down. You're not going to know what time it is. The lights are going to be on. We're going to be playing music. You're going to be. I'm not going to lay a hand on you. I'm not going to touch you. I'm going to make you crazy. You won't know what to do. You won't be able to handle anything. Locus of control, and also learn helplessness. You'll just give up. You see, I can't figure this out anymore. I didn't say anything about the vaccine. I didn't say anything about the denier. Doesn't matter. But you told me that. I didn't tell you anything. Yes, you did. I apologized. We don't care. We want people to say, wait a minute, what's going on? Also, they don't want powerful people. You know who talks complete, very interesting, but talks complete shite? Russell Brand. There's something about him that he could say anything and you go, pfft. Have you noticed that? Certain people that say, ooh. Did Bobby Kennedy say that? Yeah. Ooh. Did Tucker say that? Ooh. Did Dave Portnoy? Did Russell Brand? Russell Brand. And the reason why, I mean, the thing, with it's just Ricky Gervais, not because they're British, but some people, but some people say it. It's a different story. It's weird. Did Alex Jones say that? Because they scare him. Nobody's afraid of Russell Brand, but they're afraid of Joe Rogan. See, it's what I'm telling to Joe is it's a compliment. They only crush the people that they're afraid of. Here's another one. Kathy Hochul, governor of New York. Mayor Adams, the oaf, and Letitia James. Letitia James is just, they're saying, I did what you wanted. What do you mean what I wanted? No, you told me. Who told you? No, when Trump came in, Biden came in, you told me if we did everything you said, that you would be, that we could, we'd be helped. Muriel Bowser, what about her? Well, she did what you said, and now she's what? Now they don't even know her. They don't even know Muriel Bowser. You notice that? They don't even talk to her. After she just, remember what she did for Washington? Black Lives Matter. Remember that? Remember how they painted it in the street? That was the big deal. Ooh, we're gonna paint this in the street. Why? I don't know. And there was our own Bill de Blasio. They forgot about him too. He's nowheresville. Nowheresville. They always they want you to understand something. Nobody gets a pass. Nobody. Why? Because the shadow government is not left and it's not right. It wants destabilization. It wants instability. It wants to destroy anything you thought was in any way indicative of some kind of, allegiance or power. Nothing. What they are telling you is that whether Muriel Bowser, Kathy Hochul, they won't even meet with him. Biden won't even meet with East Palestine. Well, again, I'll do the best I can. Palestine, of course. And they get that complete, speaking of oafs, the most, who's actually kind of funny when you watch it, Karine Jean-Pierre. I don't know. What about Connor? You're going to have to ask Connor back. No, you're the White House spokesperson. What? You're going to have to ask of the president. I am asking the president. You're the White House president. I don't know. You see what's happening? Tell me you get this. Tell me you grasp this. Tell me you're digging this. Tell me you understand this. Because what it is it means simply this. They want you to mistrust everything and everybody. They don't want you to know anything. They want you confused. They want you hurt. They want you slowed down. You don't know who's what, who's who. Have you noticed now there's new strains? They're talking about this, maybe that, maybe whatever. I don't know. And they're even doing things. Fauci, why do you think Fauci said, well, listen, there's no indication that there was any kind of efficacious benefit of the mask, but it couldn't hurt. Wait a minute. What's it going to be? Is whatever I want. Because I want you to be confused. I want you to feel constantly like you don't know what's happening. This is learned helplessness. You know the story. You know how it went. There was a little dog. The story goes. I'll never forget this. One of my psych classes. One of my things. In any event, there's a dog. It was a dog, I think, or something. It was a dog. Dog had to do something. And in order to train it, they gave him a little shock. If the dog saw the green light, he did this, and he got the pellet. Everything's great. If he didn't, he gets a red light. Anyway, the dog was doing fine. Dog said, "Oh, I get this. Green light. Touch the thing. There's a pellet. This is great." And then all of a sudden, the dog said, "I got it. Locus of control. Everything's fine. Yep. And all of a sudden, wait a minute. You shocked me. Must have been a mistake. You shocked me again. Now you didn't. Now you didn't. Now you did. Wait a minute. What about the rules? And pretty soon the dog just gave up. Just gave up. Learned helplessness. I don't want to ask anybody, please, but I'll bet you right now we have women in particular who have been a part of horrible, oppressive relationships where a husband or a boyfriend or somebody beat them and they never left. Never left. Do you know when you're hammering, your eyes never blink? You notice that? I'm looking at you like this. Why? Because I know when the hammer is coming. I know. But if you're hammering, I blink, even though I'm watching you, because I'm not in control. When I took driver's ed, we had this guy who had this car with a brake on his side. It was the damnedest thing. All of a sudden, the car started to go, whoa, whoa, whoa. Because he did it, not me. I think, whoa, I've got the brake. No, I've got the brake. You've got it? Didn't have the steering wheel, but the brake. For years, they said, why are whales beaching themselves? Why? They said, well, maybe some kind of inner ears of it. Maybe it's age. Maybe it's some kind of bacterial, but I don't know. Or somebody said, maybe when they realize that they have lost control, they're old, they're senescent and wizened, instead of being elected president like Biden, they beach themselves. And little pilot whales, little young whales, not knowing anything, just follow the old ones in and couldn't get back out. One time we had, growing up in Florida, we always had fruit rats because we had orange trees in the back. And whenever the exterminator, anybody would come, I'd always talk to him. Anybody came, the electrician, the guy who fixed. We just had people. Remember, you had like repairmen that would come to fix your whatever it was. They came. Now we have a cable person, but he doesn't really talk to you. He's on some line somewhere. So one day I said, I'm with this guy, and he was very interesting. I said, "You're going to set traps?" He said, "Nope. We're going to set glue." Glue. I said, "Oh, really? You just stick them?" He goes, "Yeah, they get in there. They can't get out." Does that kill them? He says, "Only the older ones. The young ones, they don't know." Why? The older ones, once they realize they can't get out, this is according to him. I'm not going to hold myself to the story, but I like at least the moral of the story. He says an older one will die because of ulcerations and will just collapse because he or whatever this will be unable to extricate itself, and therefore will die by virtue of this frustration, a locus of control. Again, I'm not trying to tell you the worst part. One of the worst parts I've reported, and I've seen this, and I know this from victim statements and the like, about rape, is your ability to do nothing. When people are held, just think you go from swaddling to control. When you walk into your home, and anybody here been burgled, you walk in and say, they were in our place. Some people never can go back in their home again. That's my stuff. And your stuff is on the ground. And sometimes maybe they didn't take anything, but you have the drawers and they're turned over. They were here. They violated locus of control. See, if I'm the shadow government, I'm not interested in doing these little stupid things like whatever. I want you to understand and feel my wrath. I want you to feel my control. I want you to feel and understand that I am in charge. And there's no such thing as I don't have allies. No, Muriel Bowser. No, Kathy Hochul. No, Eric Adams. No. Sorry. Bernie Sanders. No. And listen to this one. Hillary Clinton. No. How many of you think that Hillary Clinton could have won if they wanted her to win? How many believe that Hillary Clinton, if they said, "Oh, we'll fix that legally, we'll fix it, we'll cheat legally." Oh, you want that? We'll do it. Watch what we do. You don't think they could have done this? You don't think they could have said, "Oh, Hillary will win"? We don't need a lot, but well, they didn't want her. They wanted him. Even Hillary says, "Wait a minute, what did I do? You told me all along. You told me that I would be okay if I did what you said." Nope. We changed our mind. We want Trump. Because with 4 years of Trump, we can do much more damage by having people lose their minds, especially for the guy who's actually doing good. And you're going to go crazy and you're going to rewrite everything. You're going to impeach him twice. You're going to do all this stuff, and we're going to show you once and for all how this thing works. Oh yes, dear friends. Oh yes, 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 yes. It is so interesting. So going back to Joe Rogan, too popular. And even if Joe says, "But I didn't say anything," doesn't matter. I don't care. We're not punishing you for saying something wrong. We're punishing you so other people can see this. Look what we did to Anheuser-Busch. We did this. We destroyed it. And Dylan Mulvaney, I don't know what Dylan Mulvaney, did she ever, she was on Broadway or tried or, oh, Cabaret, okay. At the Tony, she's trying her, I feel, I know you don't agree with me. There's a part of set, she's being used, but whatever. And you might say, who cares? Whatever it is. Do you hear what's happening? Now, I do hope, and I'm going to say this again. Tell me, please, tell me that you are following my Twitter. Tell me you are following my Twitter account. Tell me you are following it because it's absolutely critical. And some of the stuff which is very important. Let me give you an example. Let me give you an example about today's stuff. No particular. Oops, hang on a minute. It's the wrong one. Here we go. Here we go. Okay. Did you hear about this? Did you hear about the Digital Services Act? August 25th, they signed it into effect. Digital Services Act. We're going to have this one here. Did you see this one? Yes. Did you see this one here? Yes. 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 Absolutely. Oklahoma City School District hires drag queen. A drag performer arrested 22 years ago for possessing both child pornography and illicit drugs has been hired to be the school principal of the Oklahoma City Elementary School, and the school district is defending its decision. Now, you know why that is, right? The reason for that is very, very simple. The reason is for you to go back to that again because that's low-hanging fruit. And they love to tease you with low-hanging fruit. They love when you go for the usual stuff and lose your mind over something as simple and as meaningless as another drag show. Though, is it important? Not really. Not really. Here's one for you. France will be to ban abayas in school. Let me take a very, very, very quick. You're going to love this one. Ladies and gentlemen, take a quick poll. Would you be in favor? Would you be in favor of there being a law in our public schools in particular that would ban the wearing of abayas, hijabs, Islamic? Well, sometimes it's something. It's not really Islam per se, but it might be just culture. But would you have any problem? Would you have any problem in American public schools to ban these head scarves and the like? Would you? Yes or no? No. Now, Raul says no. No, you would not have a problem. No to the ban. What does that mean? Just curious. What does that mean? Andy says no. Okay, no ban. Okay. Okay. Very good. Should Don? I don't know what that means. No. No what? No bans? Okay. I should have asked the question easier. Just put no ban or yes ban. Andy says no ban. Okay, what about this? No ban. Only family. I don't know what that means. Still, turbans and monk caps. Okay, turbans. I think you mean. No ban. Okay. Very simple. Who thinks? What do you think? Just write something. Yes, ban. Oh, Adam wants to ban. You want to ban? Okay, good. You cannot wear kippas, yarmulkes, things like that. The exercise of religion is constitutional, therefore not a ban. Well, exercise of religion, you're talking about the Tony's talking about the free exercise ban or free exercise clause, and sort of. Tell that to people trying to smoke dope in the old days who were part of the Coptic religion. What about World War II helmet? I don't know what that means. Baseball caps on backwards? Is that a religious thing? But it could be. It could be. Clift says R, just a lowercase r. I don't know what that means. Maybe that's some kind of internet lingo for something. They threw the Bible out of public school easy enough. The Bible should be out of public school. A young boy can't wear a patch on his backpack. So does that make it right? But you're right about that. No ban. I am against all willy-nilly bans. How about a nilly-willy ban? See, this is a very interesting thing. A ban, a public school. You are a little girl or whatever, I don't know, and you want to wear a hijab and okay. Telling somebody that they cannot wear a band is the same thing as telling somebody they must wear this. You cannot do that. You cannot do that. Wearing clothing, you exercising your faith is one thing. I do not want to have the Bible taught in public schools. That's different. That's curriculum. That's the school. This is you wearing a band. If you want to bring your Bible to school, bring your Bible to school. I don't think you're going to get up and read it. You should be able to read it, of course. Bring your Bible, bring your Quran. That's fine. Nothing wrong with that. No, nothing. Now we get into things like, okay, what about different dietary habits? Should we accommodate? Let's assume you are kosher. And kosher is a very, very, if you ever seen, for example, a kosher wedding where the rabbi's got to come in and make sure they do everything and whatever. Now, I don't know if you can demand special, we'll get into exceptions, you know what I mean? Because there's a certain election part of it. But as far as the easy things go, if you want to wear a kippah or a yarmulke, fine. Tzitzis, payas, whatever, fine. Sorry. Now we get into other things too. Now, what if, for example, you are a young man and you want to wear a beard, and there's a shaving? We get into that one. Or in some cases, women might want to wear a beard. It doesn't matter. But the point is, we can get into some gray areas. But what France does is their right is really, really right wing. I mean, it's really this what is her name? Oh God, you know who I'm talking about. Le Pen. Well, I think her father was more so. You can't violate the Constitution. And I think that it is exceeding. You also have to ask yourself, how easy is it to comply? So anyway, that was a big deal. But a lot of folks, because they say, well, if a kid can't wear a backpack on his back, a patch on his backpack, which is wrong, that doesn't mean that you have to allow this because the kid can't wear a Gadsden flag. How about this? Does this look like a lot of fun? This Burning Man or Floodapalooza and all that? What is that all about? Here we go. BRICS summit proves geography trumps currency. Wait until you obviously, seriously, the two issues which are the most important, that I don't even bother talking about for the most part is AI and AGI, and specifically that involving BRICS. Ladies and gentlemen, Brian or Brizen Himura says, as long as you've been alive, have you ever heard a press secretary not answer as many questions as Karine Jean-Pierre hasn't answered since she's been doing the job? No, I have not. And thank you, by the way, for your kindness. No, I have not. In fact, I've never seen anybody who has single-handedly, as as demented as she is. Not only does she not answer questions, she can't answer questions. She is unable. The shrugging of the shoulders, I don't know. What is that all about? I have no earthly idea. But it goes to show you FU, I think is the abbreviation. That's what it's actually FY, but they're saying absolutely, positively. Do you understand that? Yes. This is precisely what is happening. And it is so patently obvious to me and others as well. Circle back, by the way, Belinda brings this back. That was Peppermint Patty. That was Jen Psaki. We're going to circle back. The best one ever was, of course, Sarah Huckabee Sanders was the best of the best, without a doubt. Here we go. I know nobody cares about this, but Prince Harry Ginger will hightail it back to his family and beg forgiveness, which will not be granted by Billy and Kate. He will putrefy in obscurity. As for Brunhilde, Hollywood will turn its back on this no-talent grifter, and this chapter of irrelevancy will be closed once and for all. I cannot put into words what a disappointment Bobby Kennedy Jr. has been so far. He started off so strong and then recessed into the woodwork of something or other. I don't know what happened. I know what I suspect. They got to him and warned him, and he listened. That is very, 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 very true. There's a picture of this thing called crime in New York City. Wanted for robbery on August 13th. A man was boarding a 5 train approaching Utica Avenue on Eastern Parkway when he was approached by these individuals. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 African-American young males. But they never mention anything about description. Now, I don't know. The race may have had no a part of this at all, which is fine. My question is this. You know and I know, if 5 young white males had done anything in concert, whether it's anything, you know it and I know it, there is a 100% certainty that their race and their political motivations would have been guessed as well. Oh, and one more thing. Last night, I got onto this YouTube thing, which is called Police Body Cam something. The number of women today, almost exclusively, who fight the police, who say, you can't stop me. You can't do this. Women is something that I cannot believe I am even seeing. You understand what I'm saying? Do you know what I'm saying? As we used to say in the old days, I can't believe the number of women who have this idea, who are so obstructionist, who tell cops, sorry, you have no right. You can't stop me from doing anything. Now get out of here and leave me alone. And they're either you get out of the car. I don't have to get out of the car. I don't have to have a license. I'm not a commercial driver. I know my rights. I know common law. What? You can't get out of the car. You can't tell me to get out of the car. If you don't get out of the car, I'm going to drag you out of the car. Get your hands off. Get your hands. And they grab her, and then she breaks something. What is happening here? When did it happen? These are stupid little traffic stops that would have never even gone anywhere had this woman just shut up and just said, yes, sir, or yes, ma'am, and that's it. I don't understand it. It's one of those things that just confounds me to the point where I cannot believe what I'm seeing. And it's over and over and over again. There is something so inherently disastrous about what I'm seeing in this world of ours. In any event. Now, my dear friends, I want to thank you. Thank you so much. Raul Rodriguez, thank you for your kindness. And for Brizin Himura, Bryizian, I know I'm not pronouncing it correctly. thank you as well for your kindness and your beauty. Don't forget them. Don't forget them. Don't forget, my friends. Preparewithlionel.com. Get $200 off of a 3-month emergency food kit. Go in your kitchen later, just curious, or go in your basement or wherever you have and look and say, can I do a week? Right now, a week. For some reason, it's just shut down. A week. And you got kids, and you've got to have variety. And you can't say, Pop-Tarts. What? We got we got to eat. I'm not eating Pop-Tarts again. How about some chips? I don't want chips. Well, listen, kid. No, you listen. I can't eat this. I can't eat Pop-Tarts anymore. I can't eat your jerky anymore. I can't do this. Come on, let's go. What do we? The stores aren't open. Do you read the paper? I can't even read. What are you talking about? Come on, there's a flood, there's a fire, there's a this, there's a lockdown, there's a this, there's a riot, there's a strike, there's a supply chain. That's a week. Try 90 days. What? That's not going to happen. Really? Really? Preparewithlionel.com, preparewithlionel.com. Save $200 off a 3-month emergency food kit. And don't forget, also our great friend. Huh? Oh, yeah, I'm not done. Yeah, right. And then also, good point. I thought, thinking, what show are we talking? Don't forget My Pillow, Mike Lindell. I'm sorry, it's true. Great stuff. Slippers, pillows, everything. They're still rocking and rolling. And if you use a promo code Lionel, you get a free gift. Now, also, we will not be having a show tonight, as my lovely and talented better half tells us. We will not have a show tonight. We have, well, I'll tell you about this tomorrow. But in the event, we will not have a show tonight. Tomorrow, 8 a.m., we will be there. So join us tomorrow at 8 a.m. Okay? Terrific. And also, one more thing, my friends. You must go. Where do we do this? And there we go. And hang on a minute. You must follow where. Wait a minute. That's not it. You must follow. No. Where is this? Oh, here we go. Right there. Follow Lynn's Warriors on X or Twitter at Lynn's, LYNNS _Warriors, and YouTube at Lynn's Warriors. You do that right now. Do this. You understand what I'm saying? You got what I'm saying? You understand what I'm saying? Good. At Lynn's Warriors. All right, dear friends, have a great and a glorious day. Don't ever change. I mean that sincerely. And whatever you do, whatever is your indication or inclination, please, I ask you to comment as you see fit. And this particular valedictory, this sayonara, this adios, the monkey's dead. The show's over. Stew ya, and we'll see you tomorrow at 8 a.m. Ta-ta.